It's time to start the show. It's
Trying to start without media. See him?
Show.
Okay.
Hey,
What's up?
what's up? You smell good. You smell like Blake Lively.
That's what I was going for. I'm going to put my phone on. Do not disturb.
Let's get into it.
Hello. And welcome to Hardly Working, the show about life, love, and labor, hosted by the couple that works, plays, and stays together and talks really fast together when we're really, really busy. I'm Kellie.
And I'm SP. It is a show wedged in between the marathon of things we're doing. Oddly enough, lots of just life things happening right now. Lots and lots of gigs and work things coming up. But looking back on the week, wasn't as crazy as these last few days have felt. What day is it? It's Wednesday? Is it Wednesday?
Yes.
Not when you're listening to it. It's Friday. But right now when we're recording, Kellie's giving a brief break from her crazy schedule to join us. Thanks for joining us today, Kel.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on today's podcast. I'm so excited to be interviewed.
What's it like to be married?
Wild. It's wild.
More after this. I've always wanted to throw it to commercial break. I've done that before. It's not that fun.
This episode sponsored by... Just kidding.
Yeah, Squarespace. Well, we are here. We are looking back at the week. Honestly, I don't think the last gig we did, was the paper.
Yeah.
But we
I thought there was
recorded that
more.
day too.
We did record that day. Oh, I can't see my face over the microphone. Let's see. That was Wednesday. We had a dentist appointment.
Shout out to My Good Oral Hygiene and yours.
And mine and Brooklyn's. We all went, the whole fam. I was supposed to see the Jonas Brothers, but ended up when they rescheduled, we didn't go. And so instead I had a girls' night with my friend Amy and our friend Jesse, who's in from New York.
Yeah, that was a weird
on Saturday
experience for me. It's rare that Kellie goes out with people. That's not rare. But it's rare that when that happens, the person she's going out with that I don't know texts my phone.
Yeah. She said, give me SP's number.
Yeah.
We're going to be friends. So that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. And after they said that, they were like, share your location with me. I was like, what?
She calls us her Sims. She doesn't really want to know where we are, but every now and then she'll just check in on like the 15 people that she has her location just to be like, oh, that's cool.
I think that's what it means to want to know where people are, is checking their location. Okay. I've never checked someone's location.
Mine.
Without wanting to know where you are.
Yeah, I think she probably does want to know where you are. And it worked in my favor on Monday when they were texting me like crazy.
Did it?
And I was at Disneyland and she was like, oh my gosh, you're at Disneyland. I'm so sorry. Text us later. And I was like, thanks. I'm on Tower of Terror and my watch is going zzz, zzz.
Speaking of, how was Disney with you gals?
It was great. I went with my friends, Lisa and Kim. Happy birthday, Lisa.
You good over there?
Oh, my necklace is just weird. My name is upside down.
Oh, it's Elek?
Sure.
Elek? Yeah. Oh, I guess that'd be backwards, not upside down.
Yeah. But close.
Upside down is still Kellie, pretty much.
Kind of. Yeah, but
Kellie
everything.
upside down,
but the
still
upside down
Kellie.
Kelly. Like the Stranger Things version of me.
Yeah, the spooky version.
Yeah.
Which it's almost spooky season.
Almost spooky season.
So
it is
get that
spooky
necklace
season
ready.
at Disneyland. Let's be clear.
That's true.
Which is so fun for me because I do love Disneyland. But I go to Disneyland with my two friends. They're in their 60s. And I love it. I love it. As a Disneyland girly pop who grew up here in California and had a Disneyland pass one time she was 15, privileged, I know.
I'm still stuck on girly pop. What is that?
Girly pop.
My little girly pop.
I don't know. I'm just trying new things out.
I like it.
Girly pop.
Girly pop.
But I don't have the desire to go to Disneyland and get on as many rides as I can. I have the desire to go to Disneyland and eat my way through and drink now because California Adventure.
Yeah.
And I particularly like going in the wine and food festival, or any time that they have like Chinese New Year, they do food carts. I love that time. That is not happening right now, but it is Halloween themed.
Yeah, it is.
And so,
always spooky and fun.
That was fun. But I have a great time. Like I said, they're in their 60s. They love Disneyland. They come down for a couple days. They live in Sacramento. They come down for a couple days every year. They always invite me. Now it's a new tradition, and I go and we sit at Carthay. We go on rides. We sit at Carthay Circle. We have drinks and appetizers, and then we grab dinner somewhere after we hang out and go on other rides. It's a blast. And my recommendation for all of you 30-something-year-olds: find people in their 60s and 70s that are still spry and want to do stuff. I mean it. They have so much life wisdom.
Yeah, they do. They help cure your arm.
Yes, because one's a nurse, one's a dental hygienist. So I already have a dental hygienist in my life. Shout out Saman. But there's nothing like going to Disneyland after going to the dentist and then being like, oh, what was your appointment? And I was like, oh, I had a dentist appointment, and being like praised.
Yeah.
Because that dental hygienist is like, oh my gosh,
good.
how good of you. How great. I'm so proud of you. I was like, oh, that's what I needed.
And then you're like, I injured my arm during physical training, personal training.
Yeah.
And the nurse is like,
Lisa's like, do this. And it helped. It's almost better.
Is it really?
Yeah, it feels better. I mean, I still need to wrap it, I think, but I'm like feeling better.
We do need an injury report. Kellie has canceled her physical training.
Personal training.
Her personal physical training.
For this week, because I couldn't put my arm, like if you were to hold your phone up to your ear, I couldn't do that.
She benched too hard.
I benched too hard,
She gymmed too hard.
Yeah. But can I go back to this? I just want to say it really quick.
Yeah,
I will say, I mean it when I say find people that are older in your life. It was Lisa's birthday, so we celebrated her. We celebrated Kim's birthday a couple of months ago. And I asked the question, you've lived a lot of life. What's now, like you're another year older. What's the advice that you would give to someone if they asked?
That's a question that I would ask people. I was really shocked that you
I'm turning
asked.
into you slowly but surely. I'm trying to become the
For
best
better or for
interviewer
worse.
that I can be. Which, by the way, I think it'd be fun to do a Hardly Working where we interview each other, like one where you interview me and one I interview you. I think that would be very fun and interesting.
What kind of questions? Like gotcha questions?
I don't know. I think it can be a mixture of like fun and
Stuff
serious.
that we don't know about each other.
I think there's a mix
'Cause
of
I
that,
don't
but
know
I
how
also
much
think
is
things that
left.
the people might want to know.
Questions?
Yeah, I just think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, we can do an Hardly Working through.
Yeah,
it.
sorry. It's a side note. But what she said, what they both said different things, but very similar. Lisa said, it all works out in the end. Like, so you get caught up on the small things and you think you can get so worried that like, oh my gosh, I have to make it work a certain way. But she's like, no, everything works out in the end the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And she's a nurse. She's watched a lot of people die and had a lot of conversations with people. And she said too, she's like, when you talk to them in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. and you ask them like, what's the most important thing? She goes, they always have the same answer. They wish they would have spent more time with their family. They wish they would have spent more time like not working. Like it's always that. So like that was twofold. And then Kim said, don't sweat the small stuff. It's kind of in similar vein, right?
Yeah.
Of like, and she was like, she is someone like me. She's like, I like everything to be planned and I like to know what's going on and how it's going to happen and all that stuff. But like, you can't sweat the small things.
Yeah.
Because everything works out in the end. So I pass that along to you today. And also to find yourself some 60 to 7-year-olds that are spry enough and want to go to Disneyland with you. How great.
So fun. Giorgio Armani passed away this week. I think that's who passed. Clothing designer, Giorgio Armani.
And perfume, cologne.
Yes. And allegedly, according to the internet, if you believe that sort of thing, one of his last sentiments, maybe not last words, was literally, I wish I would have spent less time working and more time with my family.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone wants.
I mean, yeah, but I've never actually been able to attach that to anybody. You always hear like, no one ever says they wish they spent more time at the office.
Yeah.
But you've never heard someone say it. And for him, who had arguably quite a bit of success, say it like, well,
a lot.
Yeah, not that it must be true, but it was interesting. You could have all the success in the world, but I guess that's not what it's about.
No, now we're just in like a sad loop. But also, this really stuck with me too. I've been wanting to leave words of wisdom at the end of our podcasts, and I keep forgetting to just write them down. I keep screenshotting them and losing them in my phone, so I'll be working on that. But I was watching this video, and it was sad because it was about someone's mom who'd passed away, but the hook of it was like 3 days before my mom passed. Oh gosh,
you got this.
She said like, we had fun, didn't we? And I just thought that was such a sweet thing because that's what life's about having fun with your family, about taking the extra day on vacation, about taking the extra vacation in general, taking the day off, doing that dinner with your parents, whatever it is. Like, but I just thought that was a sweet thing. And I hope at the end of my life and our life that we can say, we had fun, didn't we? Like, didn't we have so much fun? Wasn't it fun?
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Not about the stress.
Got to start having fun in order to feel like it's fun.
I feel like we have fun.
Although I think things in retrospect always feel more fun. Like I look back at Orlando, I'm like, wasn't that a great time? And then I put myself back there. I was like,
it wasn't in the moment.
Weren't we melting and dying out there? But,
But how great.
We had a fun time, didn't we?
We did have a fun time.
We did. And we always do.
We both had a blast. Sorry.
Speaking of that, and I know we usually check in on our week, but it's kind of just dovetailing into other stuff. I finished The Midnight Library. It was a new book for me. Not a new book necessarily for everybody.
No, but can we talk about this? Because this was a surprise I don't think we talked about on the podcast.
Okay.
Is that my amazing husband
Oh, you're
surprised
so sweet.
me this week. It was very thoughtful and very sweet. I think I cried. I cry at everything. Goodness gracious. But I mean, sentimental things. But he brought him in really cute too. We wrapped him one after the other, but he knows that I like to read and he knows that I like tea. And so he bought me 3 books. Well, 4 technically, but 3 books.
Yeah, that wasn't a part of it, the 4th one.
All kind of like love stories and like in threads that I love, things I like with tea pairings.
Yeah.
And it was like a really sweet thing. And one of the books he bought me was Midnight Library, which he then decided to listen to on audiobook. Unfortunately, that's not where I started. I started with
Something Lives of Addie LaRue.
I thought it was, I want to say The Disappearance, but it's not what it is. No. I have it. It's over there. But it's something about Addie LaRue. It's a great book. So I started there. He's now reading that, and then I'll flip and read The Midnight Library. But it was a really sweet thing. And we got some tea pairings, some really good tea that we had the other day.
Yeah.
Because we're tea people. Thank you, London.
The Invisible Life.
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I haven't finished it yet. I 10 out of 10 would recommend though. Like I really, really like it. I'm 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
For the Midnight Library, which is where I started.
Sorry, I wanted to give you your praise, your
Thank you.
flowers,
It was
because it
cute.
was very sweet.
I looked up how to wrap those books really cute so that they like, I don't know, they have a pocket in the front. So we stuck the tea in there. It was cute. It was fun. But Midnight Library, to your point about living life and ending life, the main character is just fed up with life. Everything has gone wrong. And she's like, I don't want to live anymore. And it takes her to this Midnight Library where you're kind of caught between that moment of life and death. And you get to pull a book off the shelf, any book you want, after you've read your book of regrets of things that you wish you would have changed.
Yeah.
Then you find a book where that happened. I wish I would have stayed with so-and-so. I wish I would have tried to do this job. I wish I would have quit doing that. Yeah. And so it's fun little vignettes in that sense. But what was cool was obviously not only is the main character, not only is her life different in every story, but you find out how everyone else's life is different, how her brother's life is different, how her parents' lives are different, how her friends' lives are different. What if I took that trip to Australia with my friend instead of bailing at the last minute? Like, what would have happened? And it's interesting to see which characters thrive and honestly, which characters survive at all in those different lives based on choices. And it's cool because different things that our main character chooses changes people's lives in their orbit drastically.
Of course.
So I think it's just really neat and really cool. And it was a fun activity for me to just think through, I think we all try to, at some point, think of like, what if it was different? What if I tried to do this profession? Or what if I followed my dreams or whatever it is? And I mean, spoilers, and this is really not spoiling anything from the book, but it is a little monkey's paw-ish. Mm-hmm. If you're familiar with the old story of the monkey's paw, you get 3 wishes, but every wish you get what you want, but at like the cost of something else. Like, yeah.
I mean, same with my Addie LaRue book.
Yeah.
But anyways, it is
also, but Bedazzled did a good job of that with Brendan Fraser and
your girl
Liz Hurley.
Yeah.
My couple. I'm down for both of them.
You heard it here first.
That's right. That's the throuple I'm in. Sorry you weren't invited.
I'm cut out apparently. Okay.
Yeah, but you like them too. At least Brendan Fraser. That's probably how I meet him in this scenario is through you. Fraser. He's pretty great. Anyway, Bedazzled did that monkey's paw trope really well. But all that to say, with the Midnight Library, definitely check it out. But it's fun to see how like part of the message is like life is worth living because life is what it is, even with your mistakes and your choices and your regrets and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like just being alive is kind of the gift, and being able to, reframe your perspective to, like, as you said, don't sweat the small stuff and everything turns out okay. I think it's easy to get caught up in the wishes of what we think we should have or would have done, but you're here now, and like you have an opportunity to start fresh in certain ways now, or to, do the things that you regretted. Like, I wish I would have done this earlier. You get to do it now, go to the gym, get a personal trainer, get braces, start learning a language, whatever it is. You've still got time. As long as you're above ground, you've still got time.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to read it.
Yeah. And I truly was not, I didn't give anything away from the book.
Yeah.
And not even like, oh, well, clearly it all ends a certain way if he's talking like this. Whatever you're thinking, it's probably not how this book ultimately ends. But very fun read. The Midnight Library by, I think, Matt Haig is the author.
I don't know. You might be getting it for Christmas, some of you that I know. So we'll
Depending on how you feel about it once you read it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's kind of our week. You want to jump into the show?
Yeah.
Or do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No.
No.
I'm really busy.
Do you want to talk about
with
what's coming up
gigs.
first?
No.
No?
I'm busy.
She's busy, y'all.
But there's potentials. The Dodgers, Delta. I mean, I worked Delta before. Delta.
Yeah, lots of cool things. But you got 4 gigs in the next 3 days.
Back at NBC doing something with FX. Have a couple corporate events as well. I'm just busy and I'm grateful. I'm adding someone to the team.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Which I'm excited about. Applications open now if you can find me at the right time, in the right place on Instagram. Maybe.
No right time
DM
or
me
place
there,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. What is your Instagram? At BMBL Booth?
That's it.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
I was asking it and I was like, she might think I'm talking about her personal one.
You know, but I knew. I knew.
Yeah, and before we actually jump into a few questions, wanted to throw it out there that this is our 100th. I guess it would be our 149th episode.
Yeah, it was like, we're not. So next is 150.
150.
Wow.
Then after that's 151, and then we just keep
We keep
climbing.
counting up.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah,
Is
that's
there
how
a
it
leap
goes.
year?
Yeah, so this actually is 150. We're on a leap year, I think, is how it goes.
You're ridiculous.
But anyway, just wanted to give a shout out to that. You can always send in any of your stories, unpopular opinions, thoughts, shout outs, whatever, on to us on our socials at It's Hardly Working at on Instagram and TikTok, or you can email us if you're more into email, hardlyworkingfans@gmail. But with 150 coming up, want to just throw it out there, mark the occasion. We just hit our 2-year anniversary like a month ago, 150 episodes. That means we're doing carry the one, sometimes 800 episodes a year is what it feels like.
Yeah, that's right. Math. Sounds right.
Loving every minute of it. 150th episode coming out next week. Now it is time for some questions. Have you been liking me telling you the questions first and you picking, or just going
I think you
into
can just go for it today. I think I do like when you do that, but I think because we are a little short on time today,
Yeah.
you just surprise me.
Boom. What's a sign that you're officially getting old? I thought this was very pertinent to us.
Lots of stuff.
You had injuries from the gym this week.
Yeah. Getting tired, walking upstairs.
Never getting enough sleep.
Never getting enough sleep. Not understanding the kids' lingo. Like when Brooklyn comes home and she's like, I mean, it's different now, but like skibbity and you for the first time however many months ago. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Hey,
What was
good
that?
news for people like me, though. I read this on the internet, so you know it's true. Turns out skinny jeans might be coming back in style, baby.
I knew they would, so I haven't gotten rid of any of them.
That's right. We got vintage skinny jeans.
Yeah, we do.
These are friggin', what are the ones on the back pocket that go, it's from maybe Hollister?
American Eagle?
Yeah. When I was in high school, every girl had those same exact jeans.
Yeah.
It was like the only place to buy jeans.
Yeah.
Not for me. We shopped at JCPenney. And I was just buying Levi's.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't in high school, but I worked in American Eagle, so all of my jeans were American Eagle for a very long time.
Oh, I bet.
Like all of them. I think I still have some.
Yeah. Well, hang on to them.
I will.
And then we're going to be wearing skinny jeans again. Other things, what lets you know you're getting old? A few answers that popped up here. When you fall over, but people said you had a fall. That's like
a really old thing.
Yeah, I guess you're not getting older.
If I were to fall right now, you wouldn't be like, Kelly had a fall. You'd be like, you okay? You good?
Sorry, we're late. Kelly had a fall.
Kelly had a fall. She had a
Good
fall.
news is she hit her life alert pendant. And
I was there like that. I was
boom,
3
there.
feet from her, but I was there.
It's attached to my phone.
Yeah.
Kelly's fallen and she can't get up.
I remember that commercial.
Her arm hurts.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
We should do a whole video on that.
Oh my gosh, we should. Like OxyClean and
Oh, I already have a plan for that. You want to hear it real fast?
no, sure. I don't want you to give it away if you don't want to.
Oh,
But
I don't care.
Okay.
It's happening, and it's not a surprise.
Got it.
I'm going to take 3 of my favorite infomercials from childhood. I'm thinking probably the Quick Chop / Slap Chop, the Perfect Pancake, and maybe the Sham Wow.
Sham. Wow.
We're going to go through all 3 of the infomercials, and I'm going to see which of those products I can find on eBay to buy and try out.
All of them.
I don't know if you can find all of them, like the actual genuine product.
Okay.
But if I can,
We should test them,
that's what I'm saying.
but not
Pretty
the top
much.
3, like more.
It's not even top 3. It's just whatever I remember. I also want the Betty Crocker bacon pour that gives you semi-rounded half dome cakes.
It does not work.
That you can fill. What do
Yeah.
you mean it doesn't work?
We had one.
What?
It doesn't work.
Well, spoilers. We
My
gotta
mom might
find
still
it.
have it. I doubt it. She
Bacon
tends
fill?
to get rid of stuff.
Bacon fill.
Bacon fill.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, either way. What's the sign you're getting old? You had the Betty Crocker bacon fill.
Shut it.
Another one, pain that can't be cured, only mitigated.
Oh, you mean like my tendinitis?
Oh, you mean like my tendinitis?
You have tendinitis too?
In my shoulder.
I don't know if that's tendinitis
yes,
as much
is.
as that is you had a botched surgery and then you never went back to fix it. And so now your arm's always
That's
out of
not
socket.
true. I went to physical therapy for a long time. And they're like, and then I went back to
Is
the
it
doctor.
the same shoulder?
Yeah.
Dang.
And they're like, you have tendinitis in your shoulder. I was like, oh, good.
Can you fix it?
That's good.
But it's also out of socket all the time because
That's true. For those listening who are creeped out by joints and bones and ligaments, my right shoulder is currently out of socket. Wait for it. It's back in socket.
oh gosh,
And it's out. Other things.
colonoscopies. Being told you need one.
This
Lisa and Kim were like, "You're getting close." I was like, "I'm only 34."
We've
Like,
talked about this
calm
on the
down.
show. I don't know if it was hardly working through it or hardly working, but at some point we found out that the new age is like 35
Well, depends on
or
if
40.
it depends on also your like history. Like, do you have
Yeah,
anyone in your
yeah.
family that's had
That has a
colon
colon.
cancer?
That also had a problem with. Yeah, we're saying the same
Yeah,
thing.
because you're probably up. You probably need to get some stuff checked out because your dad.
It's true. No colon problems for
No, no,
him.
no.
Actually, no problems for him anymore. He's dead.
It's dead and gone.
Enjoying silence. Do you enjoy silence?
No.
I guess we're not old. That's
I
cool.
enjoy reading in silence, but I think that
yeah.
might be different.
Yeah. My favorite thing is, you know, that it's the opposite of silence. You know you're getting older because more sounds are happening. Like when you get up, you're like, "Huh,"
Shut up.
or you're like, I'm going to put my shoes.
Oh,
My shoes. No, not like your neighbor.
Neighbors,
Like,
you're like,
just anytime you have
Yeah.
to move your body, you're like,
Oof.
"Huh."
yeah, it's a sigh of sorts or a grunt.
You want to know how I knew I was getting old?
Always.
I saw a photo regarding the VMAs. Maybe you've heard of them, MTV's Video Music Awards.
Yeah, and you didn't know anybody.
Well, I didn't know this, but
Show me some pictures.
It said
Sorry.
only female artist that won the MJ Video Vanguard Award at the VMAs in history. So apparently, whatever the MJ Video Vanguard Award is, only females have won.
Okay.
And there is a 12 photo collage of the winners.
Can
I
see?
felt pretty good. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
okay.
see.
You
Once
felt
I'm
pretty
done
good
setting it up.
Because you knew who. You knew through.
1986, that's Madonna, right?
Yeah.
1990, that's Janet Jackson,
Janet
right?
Jackson,
Britney Spears in 2011.
Beyonce
in 2014.
Rihanna,
In 2016.
Alicia Keys.
That is Pink.
I can't see her because you're so far away. I just see her hair. I see it now. Pink.
In 2017. J-Lo in 2018.
That's J-Lo?
Yeah, girl, that's J-Lo.
All right.
All right, I do not know 2019. Do you?
No.
Okay. Do you know 2022?
That's Cardi B.
That is not Cardi B. Maybe at best, it's Megan the Stallion. But that 100% is not Cardi B.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Next up.
Shakira.
That's Shakira? No way. In 2023, what's Shakira getting a VMA for?
I don't know. I don't know what this award
For
is.
like a
What's the award?
A lifetime
have
achievement
you,
award.
Have you looked it up?
It's called the MJ Video Vanguard Award. But then look, the last two, 2024, Katy Perry. 2025, Mariah Carey. Undoubtedly for All I Want for Christmas Is You. But yeah, so I now know that I'm old because
I'm so sorry. That's Nicki Minaj, not Cardi B. And I should have known that. And should have
you
said
know what's
that.
funny? Obviously, that's Nicki Minaj, but she's got those like blue contacts in or
I
something.
know, it's odd. I think that's why I said that. But if
And
you go up, because
pink hair.
I can tell you the answers now.
Okay.
Go over 2019. That's Missy Elliott. Not that you could tell from her
Whoa,
kissing
yeah.
her thing.
You can't really tell from that photo.
And everyone else we got.
That's Shakira in 2023?
Yeah.
No. For
yes.
real?
Yes. I told you.
Dang. Well, I'm not
This
just
is the Michael
old.
Jackson Video Vanguard Award, for the record. And it's
Yeah,
not
the
only
MJ.
women that have won it.
Well, look, it's the internet. Maybe those
Yeah,
are all the women
it's-
that have won it.
It was
Hit me
oh.
with it.
it was renamed
Yeah.
for him, but what is it?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't rename it to be Michael Jackson. I probably wouldn't.
They said renamed it in his honor in 1991 to recognize his profound and groundbreaking contributions to the music video art form. So this must have something to do
with
with
good
music videos.
Yeah. All right. anyway,
Anyways, I'm
I
pretty
knew
proud
I
of
was
myself.
old
I
because
should
I
have
didn't
known.
recognize
I should have
them.
known Nicki Minaj. That's on me.
Me
But
too.
they're all weird photos, and she had a freaking wig on too.
I haven't heard a new Nicki Minaj song in a long time though. But
Maybe we
Kelly
have and you
can
just don't
do
know.
all of Super Bass. That's for sure.
Not right now though.
Next up, I thought this was kind of a interesting, sweet, and potentially sad question, but I'd never heard one like it. The question was, what is the current phase you're living in right now?
Lunar. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
No, like, what phase or era or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, I'm in my
Girly
soup
pop.
era. I'm in my girly pop area.
I'm in my witchy era.
Yeah, you are.
I'm in my this is me era.
Yeah, I could see that for you.
I'm in my comfortable with who I in my own skin era.
Yeah. What era do you think I'm in?
You're in a finding yourself era
Yeah.
and being confident in it.
Yeah. I'm definitely, I feel like I'm in a recovery era. But
Sure.
when you say that, it sounds more like substances. But what I mean is more like mentally and emotionally and burnout and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I would actually say that you're in a like, I do what I want era.
Interesting. That sounds bad, but I know what you mean by that.
Which is recovery for you.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Sean Patrick, and I'm addicted to working.
I thought about this. I guess you know this, but we talked about it. I looked into going to, so everyone's heard of Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah, yeah.
What I didn't know about, and I can't remember how I found it. It may have been through Mel Robbins' book, Let Them, but I can't remember. But I found out that there's something called Codependence Anonymous.
Yeah, you're not going to that.
Not without you.
Not without me.
But I was like, maybe I should go to one of those or 5 or forever. Find some other codependent people and we could be like,
No.
how do we be less codependent?
Mm-mm.
What can I just ask? Why are you so averse to that
You're
idea?
not leaving me. You're not going to be less codependent, so you don't need me anymore. I need you to need the things you need from me. That's final.
So this,
Just kidding.
this is strategic.
You can go. I would let you go. I wouldn't let you do anything. I'd let you do whatever you want to do. There's no letting.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to go, I would be like, yeah, go. But you don't need to.
More on that later.
Do you really feel like you need to go to a codependency thing?
Sometimes I feel so beyond repair that I am down to try to figure out what will make things feel better.
That doesn't have to do with codependence, though.
Some of it does, though, because since this is what I think, so take it for what it's worth, much like the internet. I struggle so much to self-validate that I often need the validation externally from other people to feel like I'm okay, I'm good enough, or that I'm not in trouble.
Got it.
It comes, I mean, I could break down where that comes from, but it comes from a lot of places. That's the unhealthy part that I think I need to work through, is being able to self-soothe and self-validate. Not to push myself away from anyone like you or anybody else, but to try to develop those skills to not need it from other places. And I think what makes it so difficult, and we talked about this before many times, is that because my job is inherently 2 things, which I'll get to in a second, it kills a part of me that needs the validation. It's what brings out my anxiety. The 2 things are, every time I'm working, I'm typically going on stage in front of a room full of thousands of strangers to try to convince them that someone they've never met or seen before, should either be listened to, should be able to convince them to dance or do something, have a good time, whatever it is. So it is always this like trial by fire. It's either you're gonna be good enough or you're not. That's the first thing.
Okay.
And the second thing is, I've picked a job that inherently has tons and tons and tons of rejection. It's weird. We were talking to somebody a couple weeks ago at dinner, and they were interviewing at a new place for a different job. They were talking about like, it's just so stressful. Like, I just want to know what the answer is, and I have to wait and all this stuff. And I was like, wow, I haven't really thought about that part of the like job interview process in a long time.
Yeah.
Because up until I started dropping some of my agents and stuff like that and doing less auditions and stuff, up until then, like, I was on a quote unquote job interview like
all the time,
multiple times a week.
Yeah.
Just in different ways, sometimes in person, sometimes via video. And most of the time, if you're in this industry, most of the time the answer is no, not you.
And that's just part of it. And that's not a bad thing. There's only one spot.
Yeah. And I've had to get used to rejection, but I think it also feeds into that bit of like, you're never going to be good enough or enough. That's a part of me.
You are.
I also asked ChatGPT yesterday. It was fun. I was just talking with her. And I was like, based on what you know about me, what do you think my Enneagram number is? And they were right.
A 3.
3, wing 2.
3, 2.
Yeah. And the way they described the 2, I was like, that's definitely you. And it's also definitely my mom, the helper. For sure.
Yeah, but I would say your mom is a 2-1.
I would agree with that. No, you're a 2-3.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, that was a lot to say what era I'm in. Some other ones that people mention, though. The burnt out era.
I was there once.
Been there.
It gets better.
Yes. Take it from this person who's in the improving my life phase.
Oh.
Loved it. Got a job, got over my fear of driving, got my license, started to love myself like I deserve. What was interesting is as I read that, someone commented on that and said, getting a license in the fear of driving and over the fear of driving is a huge step and opens tons of doors. Good job and be safe out there. And it just caused me to think there's a lot of things I take for granted, like having a driver's license or a car or not having a fear of driving.
Yeah.
That like, it just reminded me that there's so many people going through really big struggles, anxiety, panic, fear, over things that are just normal that we do day to day.
Yeah.
And it gave me an appreciation for the things that I'm able to do easily, as well as like compassion for the things that are my version of not getting a license or driving or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
It is crazy to me that people are scared of that. I get it though. It's scary.
Yeah.
I'm lucky that I've been driving for so long that like I don't even really think about it.
Yeah, me either. I thought about it yesterday, oddly enough. I was like, wow, a lot of people are driving crazy right now, and there's no reason that I couldn't be a part of something bad on this freeway right now.
Yeah, I always try to remind myself that like people don't want to crash their car. That doesn't mean that I'm going to just be like, la, 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 but like people don't want to crash their car.
Yeah. I think
they're not trying to do that. They're just being stupid. And that's what happens. It's an accident because they're being dumb and they're doing dumb things. But most of the time, people aren't trying to crash their car.
For sure. But there's a reason they're called accidents. Is usually no one's looking for opportunities to crash their car or crash into somebody. But yeah, I think that's another thing, kind of going back to what we talked about before we got into questions, like life is so fragile, and we've had no shortage of talking about that over the 2 years we've done the show. We've had plenty of examples in our life where we've seen human fragility and just how quickly things can change. And I just had that moment yesterday. I think I was having a moment about that a couple days ago too, when I was thinking about you and I was like, I'm just so happy and confident with who you and I are. And I was like, this is great. Like even through the crummy times, like we're still going to have the rest of our life together. And I had this moment where I was like, but that's just not guaranteed either. It's not guaranteed that like one of us or both of us wouldn't have an accident or have a disease that, you know,
I know,
takes our life. Or I can't say worse or better. That's not my intention. But, you know, it is terrible for someone to pass away. It is its own hell to not pass away if something has happened to you that's left you in such a position that like your quality of life
is different.
Not just different, but like
poor.
You know, bad. You know what? I think that's what it was. I didn't really read it because it was a little too much for me, but I scrolled by this article about the last living person who for his whole life has been in an iron lung.
Didn't he just die? Because
he may have
lost power.
Oh, is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. This was a couple of years ago.
But I was thinking about that guy, and I was like, that dude has literally been stuck laying down in a big iron or whatever metal machine for the entirety of his life.
I know.
And like, why not me? Why wasn't that me? And in case you aren't familiar, I'm always trying to give myself perspective to remain in a place of gratitude and appreciation rather than anxiety or panic. And I think that's what it was as I saw that article or that headline, and I was like, boy, things can change in an instant. Like I know a handful of people at least that were totally normal and then just all of a sudden got Lyme disease. They went camping and they came back and they got bit by a tick and their life is chronically ill forever.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's why we don't do camping, kids.
Don't do camping. Just do beach and do gym smartly.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me rattle through a few of these. The parent phase is another one. Obviously, that's a huge phase.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I think you and I are in a unique position where we're in that phase.
But also,
we're not encompassed by it, like completely encompassed by it. The I hope things get better phase. Boy, oh boy, we've all been there. This was interesting. Exiting my longest relationship with someone else and just enjoying my relationship with myself phase.
Yes.
Yep. Huge. Boy, oh boy, so many things here. A lot of people in crisis, a lot of people looking for nostalgia. I think everybody.
Aren't we all?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is I wanted to mention this one because sometimes for me, I feel when I'm in a bad phase or a difficult phase, I start to think like, why is it so easy for everybody else? Like, why am I the only one existentially struggling with X, Y, or Z? And reading all these responses was just a good reminder to me. Like, a lot of us are going through it.
Yes.
A lot of us are. And if you're going through it, you can email us and tell us about it for our 150th episode.
Yeah, I think that's just life, though. I think there are good times and bad times, and the bad times help us appreciate the good times. But that's the life. That's the choice of living, right? Is that you choose to say, I'm going to keep going even when it's tough because I know that there's good on the other side.
Yeah. You got to know, you have to believe that though, that there's good on the other side because life will beat you down and tell you like, what's the point?
I think that's why, I mean, we are who we are, but I think that's why COVID was such a hard thing for me is because I think that the things in life that remind you that there's good are the little interactions you have to get you through the day. The smile you get from the waiter or waitress serving your food, or
there is something to be said for human interaction and stuff too.
Yeah, but it's all or like asking the person at the grocery store how their day is, or making little jokes. Like I do think those are the things that get you through your bad days, and that remind you, oh, like there's good. And I think COVID really stole that from us. And I see it now. And I think that's been really difficult for me personally. But I also know I am the person that I'm like, I'm going to choose happiness. And so like my first like blank whenever I see someone is to smile at them.
Yeah, me too.
Smile. Yeah. And I realize that more people interact with me because of that, because I give eye contact and I'll smile or be like, hey there.
Yeah.
It happened a ton at Disneyland when I was walking into Disneyland. I was like, I would just make eye contact with people. Cast members who like didn't say anything to anyone else that walked by, but when it got to me, they were like, hey, how are you?
Hi.
But I was like, I just think, so I would say that like, if you're hearing this, put a little bit of kindness into the world because it really does. I think it can make all the difference for someone.
Yeah.
Because a bad interaction can ruin someone's day so quickly.
Yeah.
The good interaction is just like, can leave you someone on like cloud 9 for a couple of minutes or hours or whatever they need to get them through.
Yeah. To that point, I guess it was back in maybe July. I was doing the premiere for Zombies 4 and we were doing like a stage show. And then I was DJing the after party. And it was before it started. I was backstage with James, a friend of mine through work who works with Disney and does many of the events. And, we're just doing the quick catch up of how you been? What's up? And I was like, things are kind of crazy right now. Not for me personally, just in the world. It was and still is like a tumultuous time.
Yeah.
I mean, literally yesterday, I think the youth of Nepal like took their country back and burned down their Capitol building. And,
dang.
I don't know where they burned down their prime minister's house, like everything that's happening in Gaza, in Ukraine, like everything that's happening here in America.
Stuff happening in France too.
It's with their PM as well. But there's a lot of craziness going on, and I was like, sometimes it's just a struggle to figure out like everyone's going through so much stuff. Like, how do you authentically go out there and kind of like put on the show? Yeah. And it was like, we're bringing joy. That's what we're doing. Like we're bringing joy to people. And it's interesting because even like Brooklyn's stepdad, who's a doctor, when we've talked about careers and different stuff, he said it. I've had dozens and dozens, maybe hundreds of nurses talk to me about it too and say, like, hey, what you do is important. Like we all need entertainment and joy and distraction. And because I go like, oh my God, you guys are saving lives. I'm just like making jokes or, entertaining you. And they're like, yeah, but we need that. And so to your point about, smiling to people, putting some joy into the world. Yeah, it goes a long way just to smile, hold a door open for somebody, little things like that, just to remind us of our shared humanity because there doesn't seem to be a lot more that we all share together anymore, but we can all be humans and kind.
Yeah. So put some kindness out into the world this week.
We could even wrap it up there, but we've got more things to do.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it real fast. Only because I was shocked with how many things happened today. Let's jump into
That Happened Today. Thanks, September 12th.
I got you, boo. This was wild. This was the first time that I can remember that we had something BC on the list.
Okay.
You know, everything is AD. It's always after the death. Is that not what it stands for? Is it AD and BC?
Yeah.
Is
Before
it really,
Christ.
or is that just what we learned in
I don't know.
church?
Could be.
Who knows? But in 490 BC, that's right, almost 500 years
listening.
before we went to AD, was the Battle of Marathon. Yeah, you might remember the Athenians.
They all run?
No.
Joke.
The Athenians defeating the first Persian invasion, a landmark in Western history.
Wow. I
always
definitely
liked-
remember from my world history AP class.
Yeah? No. I always like the ancient Greeks and ancient Roman and the mythology and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I wanted to throw it in there.
That's fun.
There's no way that they knew that this happened on September 12th. Not in 490.
But we'll say it.
It showed up on the list. Oddly enough, this was a fun one. I was like a good little mystery. In 1857, the SS Central America, known as the Ship of Gold, sank off the coast of South Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's still sunk somewhere.
Is there a bunch of gold on it?
That's what they think.
Probably not. People, treasure hunters, pirates. Probably gotten it all.
Pirate people.
Yeah. Pirate people, pirates.
And honestly, a shocking amount of space news happening on September 12th. So I'll rattle through a few of them. First, let me just do this before I jump in. In 1940, the 17,000-year-old, I'm sure I'm going to say this right, Lacan cave paintings were discovered in France.
Lacan?
17,000 years old.
That's crazy.
Cave paintings.
Are
Amazing.
they similar to the paintings in Australia and Mexico? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, little Miss Alien
Are they?
Theory. That's all I have.
Okay.
Here's the space news, though. In 1958, NASA's Luna 2 became the first human-made object to crash land onto the moon.
Wow.
Human-made. I don't think anyone was in it. But then a few years later, 4 to be exact, at Rice University, President Kennedy delivers his famous moon speech, setting the goal to land a man on the moon.
Wow.
And in 1977, about some years after that,
Yeah.
NASA's Voyager 1 probe crossed into interstellar space, becoming the first man-made object to do so.
Wow.
And then not long after that, and by that I mean 1992, so quite some time after that, Mae Jemison became the first African-American woman
she
in
did.
space aboard STS-47.
Yeah, she did.
So really what I'm getting out is shout out space.
Shout out space. Thanks, space.
Thanks, space. Oddly enough, not a lot of movies came out that were interesting on September 12th, except for Cabin Fever, if you remember that. The only reason I remember it is because Sean from Boy Meets World was on it, or in it.
Is that a scary movie?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's what I
Think
thought.
like big costumey rabbit head, like mascot rabbit head kind of Cabin Fever creepy
Okay.
stuff. Yeah, but anyway, shout out to something Hunt. What's his name? Sean from Boy Meets World. I don't know.
I think it's Hunter something.
Yeah, but he's definitely got the word hunt in there somewhere. He's a big hunt. Also, apparently, I don't keep up with
Thanks,
Downton
September
Abbey.
12th.
Thanks.
Yeah, September. Okay.
I don't keep
Downton
up with
Abbey.
that, even though I feel like you should, because it has a lot of the pieces that you like.
I think I'd like it. I just didn't know about it. I don't even know when it came out. I just didn't.
Well, it's too
No.
late, because on September 12th is Downton Abbey, the grand finale.
Sure, but I think there's another movie coming out here soon.
The grand finale. It's going to have to be Downton Abbey Encore, baby.
yeah, I'm just saying. I think there's another one. Well, I mean, Maggie is gone, and rest in peace.
Oh, I was like, spoilers, but I was like, oh, you mean the actress.
actress,
Yeah,
yeah.
she gone.
Maggie Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was last year.
But I learned that Michael Good was in that, who I like as an actor and had no idea. He's from Discovery of Witches.
Oh, yeah. So
I had
remember you
no
telling me
idea that he was in that, and I was like, I might just watch it now.
Okay, maybe I'll just give it a
Maybe
little
I'll watch it for him.
Mhm. That's kind of all the story.
Thanks, September
The
12th.
news, the stories. Well, I do have a few birthdays that you might want to know about.
Starting with Lamar Turner. Happy birthday, Lamb.
Yeah, Lamar Turner.
Which
It
none
is
of you
his
guys know,
birthday.
but I know.
Yeah, close
Yeah.
personal friend
Yeah,
in
yeah.
our wedding. Good guy. But also sharing a birthday with Lamar is Sydney Sweeney, one of my all-time favorites.
Wow. Probably a very distant cousin for me.
Yeah, probably. Guesses on her age?
31.
27.
Okay. That was my second guess. I'm not going to lie.
Also turning 31, like you mentioned, Kelsey Ballerini.
Ah, hey there, Kelsey Ballerini.
I don't know who that is, but I've heard you say her name quite a bit.
She is a country singer, but kind of on the the threshold of pop.
Country and pop music.
Think Taylor Swift, but she does lean more country. But she's so fun. I really like her.
Well, happy birthday. And sadly, he has passed, but it would have been Paul Walker's birthday today from the Fast and the Furious, but he is gone. No celebrity passings that were worth mentioning, but a few weird days that we can celebrate today on Friday, and they make sense for us.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Had to.
It is also Video Game Day.
Wow.
Which is great because
Borderlands 4 comes out today.
Allegedly. Chocolate Milkshake Day. I think we can celebrate that.
Because your milkshake brings all the
Mine does?
boys to the yard.
Kind of does. And lastly.
Your chocolate milkshake, I guess. I don't know. It's Chocolate Milkshake Day.
Sure. What's my chocolate milkshake? I think we should end the metaphor there. It's also a day of encouragement. So I want to use the rest of our time to just encourage you. Actually, I want to be encouraged first.
You're doing great, kid.
You're doing great too.
Keep it up.
You don't stop.
Don't stop believing in anything.
In anything at all.
Keep going. You're on your own,
Until you
kid.
get enough.
You've got it.
You always have been.
Yeah.
And scene.
Love you.
Thankfully, there's not a ton of stories, but some worth mentioning.
Okay.
Last time I went to, not last time, one of the last times I went to Starbucks, I was like, oh, is Starbucks for olds?
For olds? Yes. The answer to your question is yes. Olds and youngs.
Only youngs because there's a school around the Starbucks by our place.
Yeah.
But I don't think
and because they don't know
college age kids go to Starbucks anymore.
And youngs because they don't know what good coffee is.
Oh, so they're happy with Starbucks.
Yeah. Because there are certain things there that I really like, but it's like the cold foams. I like that they have lavender and pumpkin spice and brown sugar like foam, but it's not the best coffee in the world.
No,
and if I want good coffee, there's other places I'm going to go. Well, speaking of which, we should stop by Alfred's today if we're close to it.
Oh, we might be. I have no idea. But we will be at Blue Jam Cafe.
If you can find us today.
Is that what it's called?
Blue Jam.
Yeah. With friend of the show and friend in our life,
Bo
Bascoro. Speaking of Starbucks, though, back to the back.
Is it for the olds?
There's been quite a bit of talk about third spaces disappearing, malls, movie theaters, places where it's not work or school, it's not your house, it's a third place and third space. But all that's disappearing. I don't know if you've heard about that. But it's Starbucks' goal to switch tactics to become a customer's third space again. So they're redesigning over 1,000 locations to be comfier with warmer like soft seating and warmer colors.
They have some Starbucks, they're called Starbucks Reserves. I'm not quite sure, but where it's kind of like it's kind of like Taco Bell Cantina, where they sell alcohol too. So they have like coffee based, espresso martinis, different things like that. I actually think if they did that, and they did like, we do coffee from 5 a.m.
We do gym.
We do coffee. We do actual coffee drinks from like 5 a.m. to.
They're just turning into a restaurant then. We serve breakfast and then we serve booze.
But maybe they don't stop serving coffee, but they start to sell booze.
Yeah.
Like not at 10 a.m.
Everyone's got to adapt though. Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
But I would sit there and do that. But it needs to have individual spaces too, where I can go and sit and do my work. That is my problem with Starbucks sometimes.
Whether or not this image is
can I see it
just from the internet or an actual mock-up for Starbucks is unclear. But it's a lot of soft seating. It's what color would you say those walls are?
Like a really dark green.
Yeah.
Or close to black.
Something like that.
Like that warm,
vibey,
warm, rich cabin-y feel.
With some light tan leather couches.
You got the wood, you got the
seating.
tan, you got the dark green or the black.
I think it could be cool.
I think it could be too.
Yeah, hopefully they do one by us. They probably will.
Probably
hopefully
this one up here.
Corner Ranch.
Yeah, or that one.
Have you been enjoying Wednesday, the show, not the day of the week?
Yes, I'm on my second watch through
of part 2.
Part 2.
Wow,
it's great.
Well, the numbers are in terms of who's watching. Wednesday season 2, part 2 opens to 28 million views on Netflix.
It's an excellent show.
Which is down 43% from part 1.
Really?
Yeah. First of all, part 1 must have had a lot, but it dropped almost half its viewership.
Which sucks. I do not like that they do the drops. Because what happens is, and this happened to me, is when Wednesday dropped, I was like ready for it. I was like, yes, I'm watching Here I Am. And then I lost track of when part 2 was out. And truly I'll like be, oh, it's out. Okay. I'm going to watch it this day or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, if it makes sense. It took me a couple of days to even find out that it had been out again.
Yeah, you know, I don't watch Wednesday. I'm not really familiar with it or its production schedules or anything. But when I was reading through some of this stuff, it sounds like maybe there was a year or two between season 1 and season 2. Like, seems
Maybe
like
a
you were
year.
waiting a long time
Maybe a
between those
year.
seasons.
But they've already started production for season 3.
Which is great. I think what's interesting, though, is like now with more time having gone by and understanding how the industry works and stuff, people like Netflix are going to, and Disney Plus and all the streamers are going to continue doing testing phases of stuff.
Yeah,
they're going to go, what happens if we give them all 8 episodes at once? Okay, we did that. We now understand. People watch it and then they unsubscribe. What happens if we do it once a week? Oh, people don't seem to like that as much. Well, some people do for certain shows. What if we did it in batches? 4 episodes of Bridgerton, wait 2 months or a month, 4 episodes of Bridgerton. They're like testing things out to see what happens.
I hate it. I get it because they do, and then you have to watch again. But not everybody has the time like I do. Or, you know, I own my own business. I make my own schedule. There are some months that I'm really busy and some months I can watch whatever I want. I have the luxury that if Wednesday part 1 comes out, I can watch all 4 episodes. And then if it's a month before Wednesday part 2 comes out, I can watch all 4 episodes before I go into part 2. Not everybody has that luxury. And I do think, but
how do you? That's amazing.
I do it while I get ready, really is what it is, or in the bath. But I think it's hard. I think it's hard because I think when you come into it, you're like, wait, what happened again?
Yeah.
Where are we at? And I do think that they're, what's it called? They're marketing. They're marketing.
I'm not sure what you're going to say after, so I'm not sure if marketing's the right word.
Like what they did to like in leading up to the show.
Talk about the marketing that we experienced with Wednesday.
That's true. We should talk about that. But I should say, would say this, that the marketing they did leading up to the first drop of Wednesday was really good.
Yeah.
Like you knew when it was coming, you were ready for it. And I think that they failed on the marketing half of part 2 because I was really confused. I remember seeing some things about like, oh, they're bringing Gwendolyn, whatever her name is.
I don't know.
Back. The really tall girl.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She from Game of Thrones and Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They brought her back though. They killed her off in season 1. Spoilers. And they brought her back. Spoilers. But
I think
you should know that.
Spoilers at the wrong time.
But you should know that because I saw something about that and was really confused at why she was at this thing that they were doing. So they did do promotion. They did do promotion for it, but it was I think it was lost. Whereas like the promotion they did initially for the first drop was like really like great.
Yeah.
But they did do promotion with Wendy's.
Which we got. We found that out.
The Wednesday Addams.
It was mostly the sauces.
Is it the unhappy? What was it called?
I don't know. But they had 4 mystery sauces for like a chicken nugget meal.
Yeah. It was great.
So you don't get to choose what you get. You don't even know until you open it. And honestly, when you open it, you still don't know.
Yeah. It's really, I'm sure people have seen it. They like decked out one in Culver City, something like that, where you could actually like literally drive through Nevermore and like scenes of it, which was really cool. We did not do that. We just went to our local one, which did not have all the packaging, which was a bummer.
Never does.
That's okay. But it's a meal, and it's the Wednesday Addams meal. I don't know what it's called. And maybe it's the unhappy meal. I can't remember.
Probably. Yeah, that sounds right.
What it is.
Came with like a cherry frosty.
Yeah,
which
but it
was
came
bad.
with. It wasn't that bad when you started eating it all together, but it did smell like how cold cough syrup tastes. But yeah, it was like a 10-count nugget, a fry,
frosty, I think.
a cherry frosty, which was a something blood frosty that I can't think of, and then you got your sauces,
which was fun. Like
which
it was
really
a fun
fun.
Little mystery.
It was great. I wish I would have asked for all 4. Like, can I get all 4? Because it would have been nice to try them all.
I can't wait for more companies and stuff to do that kind of stuff.
I think it's so fun.
I now see that like offering food is not enough reason for people to go out and buy your food. Like you need some incentives, which kind of sucks, but hey, we're all in it. Like if you want to be a painter, you also have to be a TikToker now. Like if you want your stuff to be seen or used or utilized, you got to find ways to get people to see it or care about it. So that was pretty fun.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. I got my normal sauces too, so I could eat.
Yeah, you were safe.
But I enjoyed the fact that it was different and that they were spicy. It was levels of spicy sauces. I enjoyed it. Nice. I thought it was really fun and really great. And I really do like Wednesday. I like all the players in the show too. Like I just think they've done an excellent job. So
you're a part of the 57% that tuned in again.
I did.
Hey, that's still a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm tuning in again.
We cool. Well, let's do some unpopular opinions as we wrap up the show.
Nailed it.
Kind of worked. First one, night showers are the only showers that actually matter. Let me give you some context of what that means. If you only shower in the morning, you're literally going to bed every night covered in the filth of the day before. I agree with this. I don't shower every night.
But you do shower quite a bit.
I shower a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Or at least like rinse my body off.
This might be an unpopular opinion in and of itself, but I prefer night showers.
Of course.
Just in general. Like, I don't particularly like showering in the morning unless I absolutely have to. Unless I've gone to the gym.
I don't like water to touch me in the morning.
No. Just my face and my teeth. Whatever.
That doesn't count.
Only if I go to the gym, am I like, yeah, I'm going to shower in the morning, or if I absolutely have to. Because
when I hear morning shower, that's before you leave the house to go do something.
Yes. For me, I'm like, I have so much hair.
Yeah.
And the work that goes into, if I want to do anything with my hair, if I want to curl it or anything, I have to wash it, brush it out, do all the things that I do for my maintenance of my hair,
which is
blow dry it, which is tiring and hot. And then do whatever I want to do, curl it, whatever. Today's not a great example because it just is.
I'll tell you what I'll never do, though, is I'm never going to bed without taking a shower if I've just gotten off a flight.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
There's like something about a flight that I just need to wash
the plane
off my body.
of you.
Exactly. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Anyway, night showers. Next, sleepovers should be more normal for adults. They're way better than parties.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Like if we lived in a place that had, well, don't take my word for it. Think about it. Movies, snacks, talking until 3 a.m. No pressure to dress up. No expensive drinks. We'd probably still have, well, we wouldn't go out, but we'd still have fun, fancy drinks. No worrying about getting home, just hanging out, laughing like we were when we were kids.
This is my dream, by the way, for a birthday, to rent like an Airbnb, like in Arrowhead or whatever. Yeah. But no one can sleep here.
Down.
Sure. But in the woods with a hot tub.
Yeah. Go on.
Games.
Just having friends over?
Drink. Yeah, like to.
That's not impossible.
I know. I think it'd be super fun to do. It's hard because you'd have to like pick the friends.
I think that. Sorry.
Or you could invite everybody and be like, stay where you want.
Yeah, I think that's the hard thing, especially now that our friends are older and have kids and stuff, and they're usually married, or they're like, not everyone's in the same group.
Yeah.
It's married, it's single, it's married with kids, it's single with kids. And I think what happens is you go like, well, to make it make sense, we need like a couple different groups of like pairings of our friends and stuff. Yeah. And then you're like, how many rooms are we going to have to find? Like 100 rooms?
No, but see, when I did Yosemite with Simone for her bachelorette, I'm pretty sure, I mean, it wasn't, and mind you, I'm not here for a 6-hour drive to Yosemite. That's not what I'm saying. You could maybe find one in Arrowhead or Big Bear, but we got like a 7-bedroom or 7-room house that had like 7 beds or 8 beds, something like that. And maybe it wasn't 7 rooms, but it had a ton of beds and different things like that. And like a pull-out couch and all that stuff too. Like it is possible to find places like that and spaces. And then you can be like, yeah, your kids can come or whatever. And
kids aren't
we'll
the
hire
problem.
a babysitter.
Just
kidding. Cool. I won't.
Kids aren't the problem. It's more like just, I don't know, finding enough rooms. Like you said, 7 rooms is a ton.
It may have been like 7 beds, but
yeah, that seems right. Cause you walk into a room and it's got like 2 full-size bunk beds. You're like, well, that's 4.
It did have a lot of rooms. I remember that one in particular had like a ton of rooms. That's what I remember. And cause there were 15 of us, something like that. Yeah. So I was looking for a big space and it wasn't like break the bank expensive. It was pretty doable.
You know what's funny though, is I could see us wanting to, when we have had friends spend the night at some point, I think. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't want to spend the night somewhere at someone else's house. I'm such a homebody.
Or an Airbnb. But you do it at an Airbnb.
Sometimes. Hit or miss for me, though.
But if I find good ones.
You do. And you did last time for sure. Which apparently
isn't
is no longer available.
Anymore.
Because we talked about it on the show and it got all booked up.
I'm trying to figure out what his name is because I could say it.
Yeah, Carl.
It's not Carl, but.
Release the dates.
Whatever your name is.
Sam.
He might be living there again. Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, you just got to find another one.
All right, real fast as we wrap it up. Sleeping while cuddled with your partner is awful.
No, it's the best thing ever.
That is how Kellie falls asleep.
The best thing ever.
For like an hour. And then
and then I flip over.
Yeah, she's like, bye.
But if I can't find you in the bed, I'm not happy. Whether it's my foot on your foot.
Something. Yeah.
My hand where I'm just like, whap.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
You're going to fit in real well at the Codependence Anonymous meeting.
Yeah.
I don't
have a problem.
I need to touch a foot. Something.
I just need to know that you're there sometimes.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
I like it.
Me too.
And one day we'll get a king size bed and then I will be swimming and be like, where is he?
Yeah.
But we'll also kind of like it.
But that's when we bring Brendan Fraser and Elizabeth Hurley Everyone's still got plenty
Everyone's
of bed.
welcome.
Plenty of bed. Last one. Everyone should just get a prenup before they get married.
No.
Hear me out, though. If this was just a normal part of the process, it's a good idea.
Sure.
I mean, the vast majority of every single person's romantic relationships fails or ends.
That's true. Can prenups include things that happen in the future? Like I think about where I was when we got married.
Yeah.
And you had more money than me. And now I feel like we're pretty even
You think so?
at what we bring in.
I'll be honest. I don't look at that stuff because
know,
I don't see it as your money and my money.
I don't either, but in terms of a prenup.
I just see it as our money. But a prenup could be, you get what you brought into it. It could be you split it 50-50. It could be whatever you want it to be. And I think that you can write it, revise it later. But it's hard to do when
I don't know.
you're 5 years into a marriage and one of you got really successful and then that person's like, hey, we should get a,
Yeah, but also
we should adjust this because I might not want to be with you
But
anymore because I'm famous. Chris Pratt and Anna Faris. What?
they're both famous, but
Yes, but they were married and then Chris
but I
got
have
famous and bailed on her
some of that
for a
stuff-
Schwarzenegger.
some of that stuff I have problems with because I go, let's just bring it into this world, which isn't. But let's say you got really famous, but
Why
the way
can't that be this world?
it could be, I'm just talking about right now in this moment right now.
Yeah.
Let's say you got really famous, and I could have done stuff to make more money, but I chose to stay home to support you. So I took care of our kids and I
This happens a
took care of the
lot.
house. Like it wouldn't be fair for you to be like, well, it's
Yeah.
all mine. I'm
This
like, well,
happens a
I
lot.
did my job. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed, not allowed, but like that was the choice that we made
Yeah.
at the time is that you're going to go off and make all the money. And I'm going to be the one who takes care of the household and make sure everything is okay and do all that stuff. So I have no money to my name except for the money that we share. And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you're saying I don't get any of it. That happens a lot. And I think
Yeah.
that is a problem because
Sure.
we've seen it with one of our friends.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say her name, but
Yes. I do. But that's why I'm saying like there should be some agreement. Like, hey, we're agreeing to stand in front of everybody and get married.
Yeah.
We all want this to last forever, probably. But like
we're going
it should be a part of that contract. You have to sign a document and give it to the government. It should have a little checkbox like,
listen, your mom likes me more than she likes you. She's got my back when it comes to lawyer stuff. I'm fine. Right, Susan?
you better have a
Right?
good lawyer.
Right?
You do.
We share a scooter, right?
Oh, only
Right?
if it's 50-50 in the
I'm just kidding.
prenup. You should have gotten that
Dang
taken
it.
care of.
Just kidding. No. But yeah.
Well,
me.
That's all the time we have this week.
Oh.
Because we are running. But we did hit it all. We did the thing. We already talked about the gigs you got coming up.
Yeah.
So we're good to go, baby. Summer's leaving. Fall is coming in. It's getting a little bit cooler until next Wednesday when it gets hot again. But I hope you're enjoying your season. I hope you are adjusting into the fall flavors and colors and senses that are hopefully soon on their way. We are running to go hang out with a buddy, which is going to be fun. And I can't wait to keep doing this and doing it over and over. Don't forget, next week is the 150th episode. So if you want to send in a shout out or anything, hit us up on social at It's Hardly Working or our email at hardlyworkingfans.com. What? hardlyworkingfans@gmail.com.
gmail.com.
I so
.com.
derailed.
Yeah, I know.
.com. But regardless, however you're feeling, however you're doing, like Kellie mentioned, put a little good into the world. Smile at somebody, hold a door open, bring a little joy for yourself and to other people. But whatever you do, we hope you spend most of your time
Hardly working. Love you.
Mean it.
Bye.